In your book, you say you have to look at the legal criteria, the experiences who they are not dead. That's my point of view. Yes, they are not dead. And I'm sorry, Jean-Jacques, we disagree there, but we agree on other points. For me, they are not dead because death is an irreversible phenomenon. For me, that is a definition. Then the near-death experiences, from my point of view, are above all an experience that is part of life. Next slide, please, because we have some more information about clinical death and brain death. I'd like to the psychiatrist, Dr. Olivier Chambon, to summarize perhaps what we've just been saying. So NDE is an experience of death or an experience around death. It's interesting you asked that question because I've prepared a basis for discussion on 5 points. In fact, it corresponds exactly to what you've just been saying. I've taken a few notes to make sure I don't repeat too much. I believe that the most important question is not necessarily to know whether the NDE is a real or a false death. The important point is to know whether consciousness is independent of the brain, and so by definition whether it survives after brain death. This is what we're all interested in, really. We know the case of Pamela Reynolds and Emin Alexander, where consciousness worked very well, in fact better, when the brain was supposed to be working, even though there was no organic support. The body was no longer capable of providing the substrate necessary for consciousness. The second point is that, as Raymond Moody has just said, you can experience all the phenomena of NDE, a near-death experience, without being dead. There are shared death experiences, people who are bystanders, caregivers or members of the family, and they also experience all the elements of the NDE, although their brain is in perfect working order. You can also have an NDE when you are in a situation of extended consciousness, for example, during meditation. And I even have a patient myself who told me about a typical NDE during an orgasm. She had 2 deaths at the same time, as in French we call the orgasm a little death. So I'm sure that must be quite